That overturned spot loomed large here. 3rd and short, handed off for Harris. He's got a first down. Najee Harris has a big gain. Turns the corner, hurdles to the 40. Flag at the end of the play as Hufanga brings him down. It's a 22-yard run.
First down, Najee Harris. Delpit can't bring him down until Harris has a first down plus. Carries it for 20.
Yeah, those are 5 defensive linemen that we heard Tomlin talk about there at half. He can get a hold of, try to get him to the ground.
So a legal tackle if he brings him down that way. Here's Harris. Gets away from Zadarius Smith. Near side. Najee Harris rumbling out of bounds to the 42. And got a good block from young Calvin Austin. Inside, give Najee Harris through a tackle. Bouncing to the outside. Najee Harris inside the 15-yard line. And the Steelers are getting chunks of yards here.
And start to get some confidence and get going.
Harris taking on a hit, breaking a couple of tackles. Look at Harris on that previous drive, 99 yards. Can that continue here? Harris has some daylight. Harris breaking free.
Pickens to the left. Pickett to the right. Harris bobbled it, controlled it, stayed in bounds, hurdled his way, lost the ball. Is he going to be ruled down at the 1? Seemingly yes. That got a little bit dangerous. If that ball goes out of the end zone, up the sideline, he lost it. They just got the snap off. They got it to Harris. Pittsburgh's got the lead.
2 runs, 7 passes to this point. Through the middle, big hole to the end zone. Najee Harris with a touchdown. Good block going up front by the left guard, Isaac Seumalo. So they elect to take the ball. Good decision. 2nd down and 7. Nice hole. Harris still going. Breaking tackles all the way to the 43-yard line. Goes Najee Harris. 26 yards.
Here's a good job by the offensive line. 61, Mason Cole does a good job of just kind of sealing.
1st and goal from the 4. Give it to Harris. There's a hole. Touchdown, Steelers. A walk-in for Najee Harris. 2nd and 7. Harris remains in there. Give it to him again. This time there's a hole. Harris takes that hole and turns it into a big gain. And now 3rd and 22. Running play. Harris still going. Harris fighting for it and takes it to the 10. Throughout the venue, Steelers take over on a 1st down run to Najee Harris. And Harris keeps those legs moving. He's not going down. Harris somehow emerges from that crowd to the 31-yard line. That's a 20-yard well-earned run for Najee Harris. Dax Hill. Tight formation. Najee Harris in the backfield. Give it to him. Harris gets to the outside, and he's in. Touchdown. 4-1 in their last 5 games against Pittsburgh, but it's a helpless feeling. Burrow can't get out there and do it, but Najee Harris can. Harris takes it into Cincinnati territory. 394 yards of offense. Give it to Harris again. Cutting to the outside. Harris turns the corner. 1st down. And the Steelers have cracked 400 yards. 58 consecutive.
Got him on the 25. Instead it is the 36, from which Harris makes a nice bruising old school Steeler run to midfield. Gain of 14.
Well, that's what he's all about. As you said, this is a
handoff. Harris bouncing. Harris extends. 1st and goal, Pittsburgh. Robinson, the motion man. Harris, the handoff. Harris extends the ball. Touchdown. 5th of the year for Najee Harris. From the Seahawks 44 on the toss, it's Harris. And Harris picks up another first down, stays on his feet, and is finally tackled inside the 25-yard line of the Seahawks. Second and goal, Harris. Inside the 5. Harris dives for the goal line. Touchdown.
I don't think that's a fumble. Yeah, that's a touchdown. Looks like the ball came loose once he kept going. Knee is not down, forearm is not down. And he crosses the plane with possession of the football. That's a touchdown.
Tight end set. First and goal. Here's Harris. Harris with the push.
Goodness.
Harris crosses the goal line. He's in for a Steelers touchdown, his second today.
Kenny, watch where Najee Harris was quote-unquote stopped. He runs right into the pile. That's where he's supposed to be stopped. And then look at the size, the power of him, Freiermuth, Darnell Washington. They're all pushing him right into the end zone for a touchdown.
Just gets it off. Harris dives and scores. And the Steelers with a powerful drive. 12 plays, 76 yards to draw first blood on the road. Harris carrying the load. Meantime, Pittsburgh trying to make these games tomorrow meaningful. And Najee Harris begins the drive by barreling into Baltimore territory as he's getting closer to 100 yards or 1,000 yards for the season. 15 more there.
One of them surviving a challenge. There's Harris. Look at him shed that tackle and get all the way down to about the 26. You talked about his hard running. That was it.